Jay Rich, you've been around the league a long time. Have you ever seen a game like that? 16-point swing one way and on the other?
No, I've never seen a game like this before. Two teams, they both go up by 16. And, it's a back and forth roller coaster game. But, I think both teams played back-to-back games and got spurts and, went on runs and gave up the runs. I've never been a part of anything like this before.
Where did you find the reserves to overcome that deficit? Considering it's a back-to-back.
We just, knew it was an important game to us, and we wanted to win. We definitely want to keep our home, win streak and stuff like that. Winning at home is big for us because it's tough to win on the road. So we just found a way. We just dug in and we got stops at the end and made some big plays.
Are you feeling a little bit better out there?
Yeah, I definitely feel a lot better. Just not even worried about it. Just being more aggressive, trying to get offensive rebounds, easy basket, just seeing the ball go in there. I know my shot will come back eventually.
So working more inside as opposed to outside?
Yeah, definitely. Just not just relying on that. Just going back to the basics.
A couple of those alley-oops, huh?
Yeah. I mean, they're playing a point guard on me and, got out of court and Steve moved advantage and he just threw it up there and it was just easy baskets.
It's like a repetition. Yeah. It was so similar.
Definitely. And, we wanted to take advantage of that in the post and, when teams put point guards on me, we just go take advantage of that. And not just myself, Greg too. We play point guards and try to play, threes on Steve. So we figured out that's the way to go.
Is that an underrated part of your game? Posting up down the post?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people forget I was a pretty good post player back then. I think it's kind of overlooked, but I really worked on my shooting and stuff like that. But right now, I'm just gonna go back to that, just posting up and getting easy baskets.
What did you think when you guys were down 16?
We knew they was a tough team. I mean, that's a pretty good team over there. They got a bunch of guys that play hard and they get every loose ball. Seems like every offensive rebound. We knew it was gonna be a scrappy game, and once he got down, we knew we just had to keep on fighting and just get us back in the game.
I feel like you kind of got that stretch behind you now that where your hand was hurting and your shot wasn't going. And
yeah, I mean, it's behind me. I mean, go through that. That's just the NBA. Sometimes you just go through little slumps and stuff like that. That's definitely behind me. Just go out there, just playing, just trying to help the team win.
Jay Rich, what's your thoughts on the Heat on Friday?
They coming in, one of the top guards in the league. Dwayne Wade is at his best right now in scoring. I think he's almost averaging 30 points. They playing pretty good basketball right now. It's gonna be a tough game, but we gotta go out there and continue to do the things we do.
I feel like you guys get a lot more balance when you're scoring too.
I think so. I mean, I think that frees up a lot for Steve and frees up a lot for Amari. It's definitely changing. Teams can just play off not scoring or just sitting in the corner. So kind of open up for everybody when I'm getting going or Grant going or whoever else is going.
Sometimes has it been hard for you to get going scoring-wise when you've got the two guard that's, depending on what that type of two guard is, some of those are, the Kobe's and stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean,
take a lot of effort.
Those games, it does take a lot of effort. And, you have a tough matchup like, Friday I have a tough matchup with Dwayne Wade, but I think I can't just rest on, have them resting on the defensive end. Make them run, make them come off screen so they don't have a lot of energy on the offensive end.
That third quarter, it seemed like after Alvin called that timeout, you came out with a lot of energy from that one. Is there something said there that got you fired up because you were doing things at both ends?
No, we just kind of got a little lax. We went up by 8 and we thought we was gonna coast the Western way, and we gave the lead up and they went back up by 8. So I just like, you know what, man, let's just get a lot of energy. I came in with a lot of energy, just getting quick baskets, playing defense, trying to get some rebounds, and just bring a lot of energy.
That's probably about as good a win as we'll have against a team, of that quality. I mean, they're just, they're just blue collar all the way. I mean, they're just blue collar all the way. And then when you throw in a guy like Aaron Brooks out there, they just become real difficult to guard. But Carl Landry is just such a tremendous post-up guy, and he's got such strength. And then he steps out on the perimeter and makes shots. So. They're tough. I mean, it was a real quality win for us. I thought that we showed a lot of determination. Such a seesaw game. I don't know if I've ever been involved in a game where you're up 16, you're down 16, you're up 10, you're down 5, you're up 7, it's such a crazy game. But we just hung in there. I thought our guys hung in there and did a good job of coming up with plays when we had to. We came up with some stops when we had to, and then we walked to the line and made our free throws. So great win for us, a real quality win against a quality team.
Talk about the second unit in the fourth quarter.
Well, I thought they did well. You know, we had struggled early on. You know, for the last 2 games, we kind of struggled with our second unit. But I thought they came in the fourth quarter, and once again, and the good thing about it was that we were able to sit Steve and those guys for 6 minutes. You know, and so they didn't have to play the last 9.5 or 10 minutes. So they only played the last 6 minutes. I thought they had a lot more energy and a lot more pop. So for us, it was a good thing. And you know what? They struggled a little bit, but it's like I said earlier. They've also been a unit that have gone out there, and when the first unit has struggled, they have also been a unit that have gotten us leads. You know, they've come out of the game when we're down 5, and you know, I mean, they've gone to the game when we're down 5, and then come out and we've been up 6 or 7 or 8. So, you know, we still totally believe in our bench, and they're going to be fine.
What was said down double digits after going to big? What did you say to the team?
What's that?
What did you say to the team after you went down double digits in the second quarter?
This is a family channel. Okay, so. No, I just said we just got to continue to play. Guys, we never thought at the start of the game that it was going to be one of those games where all of a sudden we were up 30 and that was it. That team, you're not going to beat that team by 30. They battle too hard, and they've got too many good players. They're gonna get themselves back in the game. They'll get themselves in any game. They'll play any style you want to play. If you want to hold the ball, they'll do that. If you want to run up and down, then obviously with Brooks they can do that. You know, he's done a great job. You know, considering that, you know, no Yao, no Tracy McGrady. That team has done a great job. They've got 20 wins, and you know, I don't know if you can lose 2 players of that stature and still be contending and have a playoff spot.
Lopez gave you 4 blocks, 4 rebounds.
Well, he did a good job, and not only that, I just thought he did a good job on Landry. You know, that guy he's a tough cover, but you know, we stuck Robin in the game to see if the length would bother him a little bit. I thought Robin did a good job. Even blocking his shots, the guy just goes back and get it, and he's so relentless. But I thought Robin gave us a big lift as far as guarding him.
You had said before that you didn't bring Channing here to be a passer. Can you talk a little bit about his success from the outside tonight?
No, I mean, we didn't bring him here to be a passer, and sometimes I still think he passes up shots. But, you know, the thing with Channing is that he's just got to realize that I think, excuse me, what happened with him is that I think he shoots and then he thinks he's shooting too much, so he passes up a couple of shots. And we try to tell him here, you know, there's going to be some nights where you might take 15 threes. That's okay with us, as long as they're within the rhythm of our offense, which can easily happen. You know, he got 12 up tonight. He probably should have, you know, there was an opportunity for him to shoot probably 4 or 5 more. Would have been fine with us. You know, so he's got to realize that, because what he does is that he stretches the floor and then that allow us to run screen and roll with Amari and Steve, and that opens up the floor for them.
That was a pretty crazy game, Coach, huh?
I told them it's as crazy as I've been in. I don't think I've ever looked at a stat sheet and they go, biggest lead, Rockets 16, Suns 16. So somewhere in there is a 32-point swing, you know. So but they play that way. They're never going to be out of a game. I'm telling you, Rick's done a great job with those guys, and you know, he deserves a lot of the credit for what they're doing, because they're just you know, they're relentless. They really are. They won't give in, and if you don't play and you don't execute, you'll have a very difficult time beating.
Coach, what's your thoughts on Miami coming with Wayne Wade on Friday?
Can I at least join this one for like 5 minutes? No, we don't want to think about that. No, I mean, he's a great player, and they're playing great basketball. Had a great win over the Celtics tonight, where you know, they did it with defense. He stole the ball, went down and dunked it, you know, as the buzzer was sounding. So you know, there'll be a tremendous challenge. You know, they've got Beasley, who's an excellent player. They're getting some of their guys back, perimeter shooters, and you know, Cook is one of the guys that stretches the floor, and you know, it'll be a heck of a challenge for us, and I know that they'll be ready to play, so we'll have to play at a real high level to beat those guys also.